the following issue. Our issue with calling something sahih is that sometimes you might find what is referred to as al-akhbar al-ahad, brothers and sisters. What does that mean? Al-khabar al-wahid, or hujjiyat al-khabar al-wahid, is a study in the science of hadith today. Many people undergo it and study it. What does it mean? It means you have a singular hadith reported. I mean, one person reported one thing from Rasulullah, no one else reported it. And you have one individual saying this to his student, who told it to his student, eventually leading, for example, to Bukhari himself, who included it in his book. He doesn't have the main person narrating this alongside multiple other individuals. Then you would have ijma' or consensus. You had only one individual. So this is khabar al-wahid, one guy. How do you know for sure that when this guy narrated something, perhaps he narrated it truthfully, he genuinely heard Rasulullah say the following sentence, for example. But how do you know the 9 people leading back to you all heard it correctly? It's like the game of telephone. Right now, if we were to sit and you have 9 people, 9, you say the following sentence, I want a glass of water. And you tell that person to whisper it to the next individual. By the time it reaches the last guy, it ends up being like, I want some tea. How do you know that they didn't mishear something? Because we're not saying that they're not thuqat, they're not reliable. La, they can be reliable, thuqat, mu'minun, but they're human. They can mishear sometimes. If I tell you to narrate to me in the sermon she gave a lecture that's an hour long, a khutbah, and she gave you, like, let's say she was trying to discipline you. You were supposed to go and narrate that to your brother, who didn't hear that big statement and speech your mother gave to you. Are you going to narrate everything 100%? No, it's way too difficult. First of all, you have to have a wonderful, mashallah, memory to do that. Second of all, you could have forgotten things, or you could use filler words. She said something, you used something similar to it, but she didn't exactly say that word. These are natural human errors. طيب, how could you have a work that has many traditions that are considered khabar wahid, al-akhbar al-ahad, you have that and consider it sahih? Logically, there's going to be that risk by chance, by a little percent, that someone misheard something, especially if you have 9 people between you and Rasulullah. For that risk, we're not even saying that these narrators could be liars, malicious, they would lie, they make up. No, they could be very reliable. But what if they simply misheard? That's very possible. Because of that possibility, in order to respect your intellect, you can't call this all sahih. You have to accept the reality that someone probably misheard something. So how could you call it sahih? Okay, what if someone replies back to you as a follower of the al-Bayt and says, wait a minute, you also got akhbar ahad. You also have, slow down, Ravali. You also have in al-kafi, in these works. You got khabar wahid as well. Yeah, we do, but that's why we don't call it sahih. Because we understand that there's a chance someone misheard it. Okay, then why do you accept it? Just because we have one person narrating something from Rasulullah doesn't mean that there's always a chance that they're going to be wrong. That's the best we have. Sometimes that's all you could work with. But what do we do to consider that if a khadi in, right now, the seminaries between Najaf and Qom, for centuries they've been studying the science, hujjiyat, al-khabar al-wahid, the accepting of this singular report. You first present it to the Holy Quran. This is the criteria. So there's a chance this person might have misheard something. He's not doing it because he's deliberately malicious. So what do? You present it to the Holy Quran. تُعْرَض الْحَدِيث لِلْقُرْآنِ الْكَرِيمِ. You give it to the Quran. What does the Quran do to the hadith? If the content of the hadith contradicts the Quran al-Kareem, what do you prioritize, Quran or hadith? Quran. Hadith, go away, I don't care. Valuable person. No, it doesn't matter to me.